so you feel better now?
Yes, thanks. And sounds great. It sounds like good literature in German.
It is.
She's a writer herself. Yeah. So who is this Jonathan? The character that appears in the second parallel story. We heard about him that he tried to commit suicide.
Yes.
This failed, and that he has to be taken care of at home.
Yes.
And his mom, Rochelle, does ask some social workers to do this care for the boy.
Yes. Well, Jonathan, basically, one of the things that I discovered writing this novel, and it was a little bit difficult for me at the beginning, because I never plan.
Before you start writing?
No, I know what is the idea, what's the feeling, but I do go with the characters from one day to the next day, and it's like a journey. It's a little bit like the before bed stories that I used to hear from my grandmother. She was a great storyteller. So I don't know. One of the things that I discovered, that it's okay to know only as much as the characters or the protagonist know in the novel. That it's okay. I don't really need to know everything. So Jonathan is there. And of course he's in coma, and he's a vegetable. Also in English they use this sentence. And he's there to first of all, he's Jewish, and he belongs to a rich elite family that Amir is not. And he's there he's lying in the bed, and Jonathan actually is his books, his music, his clothes, and his camera, that he used to be a photographer in high school. I don't know the exact reason why he tried to commit a suicide. I'm there with Amir, who wants to work with him, and I'm using him to try to examine what is identity, what is cultural identity. When we talk, and anyone who knows a little bit of the reality of Israel, we talk about cultures and differences between cultures and differences between mentality. So what is mentality? So there is Jonathan, the Jewish guy, and Amir working with him. At the beginning, he takes his clothes that it's not used.
Rochelle tells him, try this shoe.
Yes.
And the trousers and the jacket.
At the beginning, it's Osnat, because he's invited to some student parties. So Osnat, the Jewish nurse working there, try Jonathan's clothes. But then he adopts also the music. At the beginning, he listens to Sonic Youth, I think, the first CD that he listens to, and
Jonathan
it sounds
has
like
a wide collection of CDs.
Yes. And then he also takes the language and the books and the novels until he finds the camera. And and Amir, Jonathan used to be a photographer, and Amir takes the camera and tries to look at reality through the camera of Jonathan. So it is about that. If he's adopting all of his identity and his culture, so what's still missed to really feel that he belongs? What are really the differences between Jonathan and Amir?
Jonathan comes through his mother from an Ashkenazi family from German. Vorschmidt is her family name.
Yes.
And they live in a part of the Jerusalem city.
Yes.
That is the place, the area where mostly the richer people dwell.
Secular, yes. It's not the richest neighborhood, but it's one of the nice neighborhoods in Jerusalem. But it's known because it's secular, and many scholars do live in that area, I guess.
And then gradually, step by step, you let Amir slip